Now, Sean, clean up again.
Harry Alley trying to make it respectable looking again. It's in an awful state.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
What's in it anyway? What kind of stuff is in it?
God knows, Alley. I never seen it as bad as this. It's been, I don't know, when years gone by, this was a great lake or a great river, you know.
Now, what used to be in it longer? What kind of fish were in it?
Only trout and sticklybacks and eels, but the eels are gone nearly worldwide.
And there's still eels in this river?
Yeah.
They're still in it?
They're still in it, yeah. Oh yeah. There's some sticklybacks still in it. You go up to the convent here, you still see them, you know.
Yeah. And did you fish in this as a kid now? You did? In the river?
I don't think there's a rock in it, Ollie, that I didn't fall on top of.
And how far down would you go?
Down to Lordy's. In those years, like you weren't to Winter Lordy's, Mrs. Kelly was on the gate. And you get down into the bridge. They've lit a fence under the James Street Bridge to stop you going down.
Did they?
For the Cox and myself, thought we could swim with our buddy of mine when we were young fellas. We made holes in the fence to get down to Bamboo Island and these places. And we had great fun down there.
And did you go upriver then as well?
Oh, we did, up as far as Hagawa.
And where did the river start?
Well, the Kinuli Loch or something they call it nowadays, but we always call that the Deer Park Lake.
Oh, that's Kinlui, I
think. The
hill
hill up into Hagawa there on your left hand side. But then there's another small lake that goes up through the back of Ahagawa there to the right. It's a sort of a swampy type lake and the water comes out of that. But the main one is the one in Ahagawa. But we fished every inch of it, and we fell in it, we played in it.
The swimming place, well, they're a whole...
The Rock was a great spot above beside the town dome.
Yeah.
You know, they're on about hygiene today, but I know none of us ever got something serious. Because there was more rats along with us swimming than there was something else above at the Rock.
So what kind of trout would you get in it?
I don't, you see, when you were a young fellow, there was a lot of trout there. I mean, a lot of trout.
Oh, what were the browns or
brown trout?
Brown trout.
All brown trout.
And was there ever a white trout in it?
No, well, that's not. I never remember.
You never saw one, yeah.
No, I remember my grandfather, Pat McNally, talking about when there was some lord that made the fish passes down there below Hotel Westport and along there.
And what were they targeted at?
For salmon.
Salmon.
Now, apparently it worked for a small while. But I think after they went up by water, they came down by road, if you know what I mean.
You think there was a bit of...
Well, I think it was a failure anyhow. But
because there are pests on all the waterfalls and all that, aren't
there?
there?
Yeah, you can see the passes are still down there. Now you will get an odd salmon because astray, I think, comes in there on the quay up by the into the lake. You'd often see them there. Francie Gannon caught plenty of them on there. But the trout was big. We saw us get the weight of Merton McGrail's, the butchers in Bristol.
And what kind of weight would you get?
Well, Merton did always say it was £1.5 or £2. You know, when you think back, I'm not sure was it £1.5. Fair play to Merton, he made us feel good.
And you get eels. Would you fish for eels then?
Oh yeah, there was eels. There was rakes of eels in this lake. Courtney Tarmy was an eel one time. He was about 5 or 6 pound weight. Below at the James Street Bridge.
And sticklebacks?
Sticklybacks, yeah, they're little shoals of fish. They don't grow much bigger than your finger, you know.
There was any gudgeon things, gudgeons, or did you ever hear of a gudgeon?
Gudgeon, no, I never remember them in it now. They could have been in it, we never saw them.
You wouldn't see them,
know the name of them in those years. Maybe the sticklybacks could have been gudgeon as well, you know what I mean.
And did you ever see an otter in it?
Oh, plenty of otters.
Are they still in it?
The little road area down underneath the viaduct.
Are they still there?
There's still an odd otter in it, yeah, there is. But there's a lot of pollution on it. Sometimes you go up there, the viaduct, and you see the river completely grey. And I mean grey. You cannot see the bottom of it. Now I don't know what it is.
Well, there must be some, it mustn't be too bad because there's still fish in it, isn't there?
There's still much few fish in it, especially on that hole there, there's quite a few fish.
This one here on the top bridge you call it. What do you call this bridge anyway? The Fair Green Bridge, I suppose you call it.
Like the water hits the wall there, you know yourself, Ollie, there, the great floods of 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it took out that hole there, put all the gravel back up there. So it was always a sort of a spot there, like that you were dry in the summer.
Yeah.
But it was never that high. You'd need to get a machine to, or then again, people say it's probably better to leave the deep hole for the fish, you know.
I'm sure it is. It probably is.
But it caused a lot of growth. You should level it out a bit itself, you know, bring it down a bit. We were thinking of building a train something down along the wall, there's a bit of water down behind it, to get a bit of flush out.
There wouldn't be a bit of shelter for the fish in there, they're under rest maybe,
Yeah.
It didn't take long to come up to it, didn't it? That was cleaned out.
That was cleaned out. Big flood that was nearly coming over the wall here. That dug that hole out there.
Did it bring it down? It did, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It did, yeah.
Look, you didn't break the wall if you remember. It was awful bad.
Okay. Well, you better go back to work.
Harry?
You better go back to work. the lad will be looking at you.
Exactly.
Okay.
But, no, it was a great whole river. Up to the convent was always a great spot for a fish, £1, I think, worth of £1.5. Like that. Many is a good fish we took out of it. But no, whether the weights was genuine or not, I wouldn't bet on it. Because Merton was a great whole character. He likes to make us feel good, and we should go home delighted ourselves.
You think he could be brought back now?
Pardon?
You think he could be brought back?
Oh, yes, well, I'd say no bother.
Then how would you do it?
You need to get control of the river, I say that.
Would it help to stop fishing in it now for a year or two?
No.
No.
No. I don't think it would help. I don't think it would help you stop fishing. It won't improve it. Like, the further up you go, and closer you get to the lake in the Hagawa, probably the better, the cleaner it is. But it's not too far from the town. That area out to Balroad Road, there seems to be a lot of pollution out along that area. And the deep holes there in the middle of them. There's some deep holes, as you know yourself, about 12 foot deep under the just beyond the viaduct, behind Tesco's and those areas. But it's all polluted. The growth of it today is, there's natural growth in the river, you know what I mean. But you can see it yourself, the colour of the slime and everything.
But usually when you're coming down here now, the water is nice and clear, most days, except after a flood or whatever, yeah. So.
I always remark one thing about this river, Ali, that if you go up around the Milldam area, that's where you'll see the pollution. Whoever lets in the pollution into it, I don't know. But it goes grey at times.
Yeah.
And by the time it gets to Westport, it is, you know...
Get diluted out of it.
It's diluted out of it. Now, you know, it's a pity because it's a lovely river.
Beautiful river, yeah.
It really is. Like we used to make it a 7:40 concert and we made a flat bottom boat which we were watching in the back of the distillery. And we had it for going up to the nuns around the orchard.
You're like the pirates. You're like the pirates, you were.
What's that? That's what we thought we were.
Yeah.
We had good fun. That was a great... But today you don't see kids doing those things, you know.
Yeah, they're shifted.
It's more see they're looking into the phone or the Xbox or something, you know. But
Okay.
I reckon that river could, if they could stop some of the pollution.
Yeah.
It could be a great river.
Yeah.
Like there's some great fish below in what we used to call it Lordy's Lake below Westport.
Are they, yeah?
There's some good fish there, you know, seriously good fish.
How big would you get them down there?
You get them up to £2, Ali. But I know more even.
That's good, yeah.
You know, one time a day in October, November, you could always see them jumping up over the waterfalls here on outside Downs, the Bridge Street waterfall or the James Street waterfall.
Yeah.
Coming up to spawn, further up the river.
Okay.
You see them jumping the waterfalls.